hella loud. I did a quick microphone adjustment. I don't know how loud I blew into the microphone there, so forgive me. You know, we got the two counter, so there it is, bro. I just showered. I literally just got out the shower, so my beard's all fluffed up, man. Water and rain. Hopefully that shit is going through. You know, the past couple streams, everybody's let me know the audio's been able to go through. I feel like whatever dirt, what I don't know the exact words, but whatever was going on inside my phone's port, more or less, is it's fixed. I don't know, but we'll see, man. You know, I thought about heading up to the library earlier, but I was like, I really don't need to. I really don't need to right now. You know, I got off work around 4ish, and yeah, man. Actually, matter of fact, on that same topic, man, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, man. It's crazy because ICE had pulled up to my niece's high school, so they had a shelter in place. I was like, that's some bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit. And like, it's just the fact that the kids is over here sheltered. You know, it's just like, hey, man, you got grown men, and their job is to sit there and intimidate, and scare kids, if not their parents, on the fucking campuses. And this is multiple campuses. Like, what you looking for? You looking to snatch up kids? You're looking up to snatch parents in front of their kids. Either way, it ain't great. Either way, it's some bullshit. You're doing that shit to the staff members, the people who are like legit staff members of the school, someone who's probably, you know, a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Even certain principals, if not shit, somebody even cleaning up like a janitor or something. So like that's what we're dealing with. That's the climate of what's happening right now. So, you know, I dedicate this Taco Tuesday. I mean, it's gonna be some bullshit anyway. You know, I'm over here enjoying a taco, but you know, meanwhile, some people getting snatched up right now, and that's the reality of life, man. So up and down the West Coast, it's like this, man. This is what the whole, you know, this is the idea of what, you know, the quote unquote cleaning up. That's what they're trying to make it look and sound a certain way. Some bullshit. But you know, other people just need a reason. They need an occupation to put their hands on people. You know, back then it used to be security guards. If you was a security guard, you put your hands on another adult who's drunk and rambunctious and inebriated, or whatever the fuck, or not inebriated, but you know, under the influence or whatever. You know, so but you know, this is some other shit. This is some other shit where motherfuckers want to take kids and mothers and shit. So I'm gonna throw that shit in the beginning of this video. You know, on some like you already know, bro. Fuck ice shit. You know, like that's actually crazy. Like you got to really think about a lot of these people's families been born and raised in this country. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we can get into that all day, man. We can get into that kind of shit all day, bro. That type of talk all day. I ain't got time for that shit. We just gonna eat the tacos and enjoy life, man. That's the privilege I got right now. I'm gonna take advantage of it. We're gonna try to share love and spread that shit, man. Yeah, I realized the energy of my some of my coworkers, man. It was kind of they had low energy. They had some low energy. I realized, man, they might still have some relatives still in the schools. You know, some younger relatives still in the school, still you know, dabbling within the school system or just like in them areas. You know, some people working as staff and whatnot. So it's just a crazy time period, man. It's just a crazy time period. But that's what we're dealing with, man. That's like fucking, you know, that's some bullshit. Only so much you can do, man. It's you know, but this goes back to what I've been saying for a minute. It's like I've been saying this for a hot minute. You know, a lot of people's idea of peace and whatnot is being disturbed, bruh. A lot of people's peace, quiet, and harmony, if you will, is getting disturbed, dog. So I don't know. That's where we at. Hopefully the mic's still going. I hope the mic is going the whole time. You know, because I'm trying to stay locked in right here, man. You know, gotta stay with the bully. Hold on, man. Affirmations app up, Duolingo up, man. I don't know. I might have accidentally tapped Duolingo Super, so I'm trying to get some people on board with if they want to learn languages, trying to get them on a family plan. But we'll see how that goes in the future in the long run. So I know a lot of people they don't make time to practice. I think a lot of you know I've been given a lot of time lately, so I'm giving myself a lot of time to just kind of practice and just I'm utilizing free time. Like even when I'm at work, I'll take a 10-20 minute break. Hey, there it is. But yeah, the mic's still attached. I get that 10-20 minute or my bad 10-15 minute break, and I'll still be learning. How's it going? Oh yeah. Yes. Sí. Verde, por favor. Yeah. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my bad, mama. Got the mic up. There we go. But yeah, there it is, man. Like I said, bro, napkin right here. Got the boom wrapped in foil. And that's the other thing, man. You know, I know people salty already because I was talking that ish in the beginning. But I tell you what, man, I'm standing on what I'm saying, bro. I say fuck ice, man. If I got to, that's you gotta think about. That's some grown men doing that shit. I'll squab with them right now. I'm not tolerating that bullshit. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if we back. Hopefully we back. I don't know how it's gonna process in the actual live stream at the end. But if need be, we're gonna get the second orders. I gotta monitor that shit, that yes no, the poll. I gotta monitor the yes no poll, man. Cause I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna chug the Sprite. Got a bit of that Sprite. But yeah, man. I ain't trying to do no philosophical shit, no political shit. I really don't care. You know, sometimes what's right is right, man. And some people know the bullshit they on. Do like this. Yeah, man. Low key, I'm feeling because it was such a strenuous work day. I really might get that second order. But I'm gonna wait for people to drop in and say what's up. Hey, some of my regulars, man, they living their best life, but they're probably going through some shit, you know, in life. So I understand. But I'm here as always. Let me check this out notification. Give me a second. Okay, I thought someone else was live. Give me a second. That lady's nice though, man. She really told me like was trying to explain. It's like I don't explain. She pointed at the light and was like trying to tell me how to turn it on. I was like, oh, that's what you like. I didn't know that's what she meant because the other people they didn't really care. But she was like, I know you about to sit down here. Like she didn't say it like that, but she just knew. And I was like, well, damn, I'm about to post up here, eat my tacos. She didn't want me in the dark. I was like, oh, you know what? That's low. Because I would have turned on the light off the phone. It's not that great, especially right now. Yeah, it ain't so great. But yeah, that's actually smart though. You got to save electricity. You know, you got to save electricity. But yeah, I'll give it a few more minutes and then I'll walk over and probably get my second set of tacos. Maybe we'll see how it goes, man. I'm in the mood for that. You know, I think the thing about it is the earlier I eat it, the better it is for my stomach. Pause. So it's like I gotta get right. You know, I gotta make sure I get right. Yeah, hopefully connection and microphone is working. Man, that's what I'm saying, bro. I wish I had that confirmation, but I'm working with what I got, man, right now. So that's some good set of tacos, bro. Good set of tacos right there. She knows she waiting. She know I'm about to go back there and get more. And I told myself I wasn't gonna order a soda, but they had it in the chest, the ice chest, so I had to do it. I'm about to say for a second, man. Yeah, people be posted right here. The fuck? Like a baby crying and shit. I'm not looking at. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the mic. I mean, I'm saying that for anyone that drops in from the playback. Feel like a fucking random baby crying. What the fuck? That was crazy. But yeah. I don't know, man. You think I should leave it at that? Like I said, nobody dropped in on the chat. I might leave it at 15, 20 minutes. The 15-minute mark, the 20-minute mark. I might leave it right there, to be honest with you, because, people got shit to do, man. I just did my thing. That's the thing. I just did my thing. So, I don't know. I might end it. I'll end it soon. We'll wait till the 20 mark. If nobody say what's up, I might leave it at that. Because because I gotta save money, man. I've been getting some of the most loving text and the most toxic text in the past couple of days. It's kind of crazy. Somebody just snapped on me randomly. You know, it was an ex of mine. I was like, damn, man, you over here hit me with some random shit. Like I was doing something wrong. And I was like, you talking crazy to me again? So I didn't necessarily block her, but I just, was barking back. Not in a bad way, but I was just like, all right, you want to be funny? We're going to be funny tonight. And that's how it went. That's how it went. Drake Boyd, thank you for dropping in, Brett. Thanks for dropping in, man. Appreciate you guys dropping in, whoever's all here. I don't know I don't know if it's my phone connection at this spot. For some reason, my phone connection at this spot, it ain't so great. So it might have been a little choppy earlier because there was like one person going in and out. So hopefully it's showing. And then let me know if my microphone is good. That's the other thing, man. If my microphone is good, that's all I need to know. But like I said, man, I was waiting for someone to drop in and say what's up. No, they didn't have to. But I'm gonna find out if I'm gonna order another set of tacos. It looks like I might need to. She waiting for the order. She looking at me. Low key. You good? Oh, it's good. Okay, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to see. That's all I gotta read, man. Yeah, we're gonna wait for that 20-minute mark. But you can hear me though, so that means when I walk off, you can still hear me. That's a good part of it. That's a good side of it. But I've been doing all right, man. I've been doing all right. Work was kind of tiring today, but we had a good amount of people working, so like we got through the job like it was nothing. And tomorrow's gonna be the same, probably similar level of energy, and I'm looking forward to that. Knock that out, and then when we get to Thursday, we chill a little bit, and then we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how those things, play themselves out because we're trying to stay focused on making some money. I'm gonna have like a week off in February, and I gotta be mindful of that. Hey, I'm about to order the second thing of tacos, man. Hey, everybody, man, that comes to this video after the playback, I just want you guys to show love to Drake Boyd right there. That's if you're looking at the live chat, Drake Boyd. He said, "What's up? You got a GoPro, Drake? There it is, man. You go out to make some videos. Is that what you're about to do?" But yeah, shout out to Drake Boyd because the simple fact of him just saying what's up in the chat. I'm about to go get these fucking tacos. Fuck it, I'm hanging out. I ain't got shit else going on tonight but some Octopath Traveler, but that's me recording on the side. I'll be right back. Let me get some more, dog. It's over. The mic's attached. We prepared today. We get more taco carne asadas. You did. Here we go, man. Let's see what they're doing. Let's see how you're living right here. Hey, can I do one more? ¿Una más? ¿Un taco más? ¿O tres más? Tres más. Okay. Yeah. Gracias. Thank you. I got a bad habit, bro. I be doing I be saying gracias, but then I'm so used to saying thank you that I can't help but say thank you also. So gracias is enough, But I'll be throwing in the extra, and it's unnecessary. But yeah, you can send a picture of it. Yeah, send a picture. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Got different notifications here and there. Yeah, go ahead, send me whatever, man. But yeah, I'm just chilling right here. We're gonna get the next. I forgot how to say it, man. I gotta talk. Man, that's fucked up. I gotta talk to my friend. I'm about to write down because my guy at work. He taught me how to say, "Can I get the same order again?" But he, in a non-formal way, or in a non-Spanglish way. And I forgot that shit already. Something ayer. Something ill. Ayer. I forgot how he said it, bro. That's fucking crazy. I should have wrote that shit down. I'd have had my notes like da 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 da. And that's crazy, man. I was doing some Japanese today. I was doing a lot of training with the characters. I was learning hiragana, and I was kind of like speed training myself. So, it's good for my learning, but it's also, with certain things, with new things, I'm a slow learner. So I don't know how much of it I retained fully. So I need more practice. I'm going to constantly do more practice off that Duolingo. That's what I'm thinking. But the point I'm making is that they introduced some new words and full sentences. They were really testing my limits. And that was tough, man. I'm over here on break. Like, again, like I said, 10 10-minute break, but it took me like 15 because I'm over on Duolingo. Like, bro, I gotta get this lesson down. This is a tough lesson right here. Matter of fact, that was during lunch, so I had all the time in the world. But there was some other lessons I was taking during my break. That was rough, man. That was some rough shit. Pause. So, but yeah, nonetheless, bro. Second set of tacos, man. So shout out to Drake Boyd. All you have to do is say what's up. You gotta keep up the fiscal exercise. The fiscal. Like, what do you mean fiscal? I don't know. Every time I see the word fiscal, I think about what do you call this? Like stocks and shit. Like fiscal year and like business. I guess business and stock. That's I don't know if that's what you mean, but yeah, shit crazy out here, man. See if I'm reading. I miss not didn't miss anything. There it is, man. Beat, beat up. There we go. You know what time it is. It's never spicy enough. All right, here we go. Yes, please. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Uh huh. That's my thing. Even in my work, bro, people be doing the littlest shit for me. I hit them with the thank you, sir, man. I exercise gratitude every day. I'm telling you. Intentional shit, bro. I'll be intentionally gratuitous, whatever. Intentionally grateful. You know what I mean? Just really mindful of everything. That's the other way to look at it. Gotta keep. Oh, my bad. Triceps, biceps, the physical. You talking about physical exercise? Triceps and biceps. Yeah, man. That's the other thing, bro. And over the weekend, bro, I was doing something. I was training my shoulders a little bit. I did my brother keeps these 50-pound dumbbells in the living room. So I just picked them shits up. I was like, we're about to go for it. 50 pounds. And it was the ones where like, it's like you're pulling your shirt up. I just went and just full form, And I was like, yeah, I still got it. Let's get it. But I might have overdid it because I did like three sets of three, 3 sets of two. Pumping this shit, pause. And yeah, man, I was getting right. And then all of a sudden I was like, yeah, low key, my shoulder's starting to hurt. I might have been doing the most. Because in between those, I did a couple military presses off the 15s. And I started doing a couple curls off the 50s. So we got the 50s, I'm going to go like cross and I'm going to go just straight up. And what was the other one I did? I just kind of, I hunched over a little bit and did a couple of rolls backwards. Let's get the lats right too. Get some strength. And it's funny because I showed up to work. I do a physical job, right? And when I did that physical, or the physical job, whatever, excuse me, I realized all that shit was real easy. I was like, if anything, my hips are a little tight right now because I just haven't been stretching enough. But I was moving around. I was like, yeah, I'm doing real good right now. I'm chilling there. But yeah. Shit, I gotta get that right. There we go. Little baby onion? Oh no, that's a big onion. All right, we'll leave it at that, man. Try sandbag lifts. Sandbag lifts. It's funny, man, because like I said, at my job we low key be having those. But yeah, you ain't wrong, man. You're not wrong. Some military shit. Give me that sandbag. Yeah. But there it is. Squeezing the lime on it. Let's get this right. All right, man. And I know I didn't show you on the camera. Here we go. There it is. I put the onions on it. I squeezed the lime on there. It's time. It's time. I'm waiting on some. Oh shit! I almost forgot. Salsa verde. Verde. Yes, sir. That's how we living right here. Keeping it spicy. W meal, man. I appreciate it, man. But I appreciate these people cooking it up. Actually, it's always a one person show at this truck, little truck over here. You know, she the best. I'm telling you, man. She one of the best out here. It's crazy. She the goat. She knows my order. And I try to be as appreciative as possible, man. Let people know I appreciate what they do for me. So that's the thing. I ate 3 tacos earlier. Pero this is taco número 4. Taco número 4. Uh huh. There we go, man. Phone's at like I don't even know what percent it's at. I don't really care. We hanging out. Yeah, that's lately, man. And scoping the energy of both the world, workplace, public transit. A lot of people on some I don't give a fuck anymore energy. A lot of people giving up on life. A lot of people just crashing out, letting loose. You gotta hold on, man. Share meals with yourself and people. A lot of times, man, I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to just sit there and do the conversation over here and just record some shit. Just keep it kind of whatever, motivational if not comedic. And I'm neither one of those. I'm neither a motivational speaker or a comedian, but I do my best based off of influence. You gotta keep the peace and harmony, man. With everything going on in life right now, man. Take care of yourselves and take care of everyone around you. Let me leave you with that. Despite everything I'm talking about, because everything you made, everything you knew, you got a couple people that's activated in the worst way, and they're willing to do you and your family dirty if you ain't cautious or prepared. Hey, yeah. Want everybody to get it right. Get it right with themselves, man. Certain businesses getting attacked and targeted. That's the real shit right there. We jokey, we talking crazy every day, but stay on point, man. Stay on point. All jokes aside, I don't know if y'all ever hear the saying, man. They want your rhythm, but not your blues. So I don't talk to people too much because that go. I gotta remind my friend tomorrow at work, like, hey man, watch out, bro. He talking just like you now. What's that about? Because you want your rhythm, but not your blues. Taco número 5. Let's get it. Let's go. People be in their own world involved in yours, man. Careful. Hey, weirdo. Yeah. Look, what's going on? This is taco number 5 right here. Good to see and hear from you, Lilith. Thanks for dropping in. I had one order of tacos earlier. I think my connection was a little spotty, a little messed up. And yeah, man. But here we are, man. Just eating, chopping it up. Life. Oh, my bad. Drake, gotta go, but keep being you and keep being amazing. I'm trying my best, man, every day. Trying my best, Drake boy. Thank you for being here, as always. Oh, my bad. I just noticed that now, man. Got the piercings, ear piercings. Okay, yeah, man. I got my ear pierced back in 4th grade, and then like the hole kind of closed. So I used to rock a if it wasn't like a fake diamond stud, it was like a gold hoop. I do one of the others, man. Fucking munching. It's even got that good taco sweat on it. Yeah, man. This is taco numero 6. I don't know if I can really throw some onions on there. But yeah, the taco sweat, the carne asada sweat with the salsa verde, that spicy joint, man. I think it's hidden right now. I think spicy as hell. Yeah, man. It's so good. Lilith, did you get any tacos today? Or did you make any? Taco Tuesday. I was sitting at the house after I showered. I was like, do I want to go to Taco Tuesday? And then my stomach rumbled a little bit. I was like, I low-key want to get some tacos today. Let's do it. Let's do it. Excuse me. Lo siento. Sadly, not today. It was all about being lazy as fuck. But I'm saying it's one of those days, man. A lot of people's energy is up and down right now today. I try to keep the energy up. A lot of people's energy is down. They're going through shit. I understand. Even at work today, man, I try to keep everybody's energy up. Some people going through shit, and I get it. Kids got tons of leftovers. They can eat that. Okay. It does look delicious. You can smell it through the phone. You can smell it. The grease, the cilantro, onions, limon. Come on, man. Limon. Do you guys say calamansi? Is that like my language? That might be my language. I don't know if you guys use the word calamansi. That might be some Filipino shit, but I don't know. I don't know how well your Spanish is, Lilith. You know, I'm not sure. But yeah. Whew. Mm-hmm. We're munching. Right. Your Spanish is ass. Your Spanish is culo. Mi español es culo. Nah, I understand. I can barely have a conversation in my own native tongue, you know. And I used to say shit. I would butcher up the words. My mom would laugh at me. My grandpa too, but the thing was, my grandpa would teach me. He'd actually teach me how to, say things correctly. My grandpa, I mean, my dad as well. Let me hit the mute because I'm about to blow my nose. Solarian, what's going on, man? Solarian, did you do tacos today? Bro, I just finished. Those are my last 3 tacos, so that was 6 tacos total. That was 6 tacos total, man. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm unmuted. That they help teach you. Yeah, my mom wasn't teaching me shit. My mom would just crack. She was just laughing at me the whole time. I was like, you're terrible. You ain't gonna teach me. I need to learn. But no, that shit funny. You had a Boyga Tuesdays. I'm pretty sure there's a language out there where Tuesday starts with a B. I wouldn't know what it is, but Boyga Tuesdays. Yeah, but there has to be something. It has to be the T and the T. But yeah, that was. I ain't gonna lie, man. That I'm telling you, man, she does it right. That lady right there, she cooking things correctly. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, MVP every time she's out there. All right, we're gonna get the Sprite here. Boom. Nothing like washing it down with a Coca-Cola product. We're not sponsored, but we enjoy those products. I do enjoy a Fanta or Fanta. I've always said Fanta. Other people say Fanta. Yeah, I don't know. Is it Fanta or Fanta? I've said both, but I think it's Fanta. You know, because like the A sound is the same. I just thought about that shit. And Barks. Barks is another Coke product that I really enjoy. But they didn't have it. They didn't have it. Anyway, Sprite. Sprite's probably the best thing you can have on a Taco Tuesday. Carne asada, tacos. Throw some extra onions on there. Cilantro's in there. What else do we have? A whole lot of grease dripping. Pause. And yeah, that's the right way. That's the right way to do it, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I low-key could eat 3 more, but I know I won't. You know, I low-key could eat 3 more, but I know I shouldn't. I thought about it for a second. I was like, Fanta. You say it Fanta instead of Fanta as well. See, I'm the same way where I'm like, I feel like, and then I said that at a Beyblade meet, and then someone goes, no, James is saying it right. And I was like, okay, I actually don't know what's right anymore. Because if someone says Fanta, I won't argue with it. But I know what you're speaking about, if that makes sense. But I feel like it's Fanta. It has to be Fanta. Fanta's it's like one of those World War II drinks. It's kind of cool. You know, it's a historical drink that everyone enjoys now. Yeah, hold on. I just thought about that. There was a commercial where like the girls were dancing. All the girls represented different flavors of Fanta, and they were like, "Don't you want a Fanta?" or something like that. That's what I remember. I kind of remember that shit. But yeah, for communication purposes, you know, Jax, what's going on, bro? What's going on, Jax? Welcome to the chat, bro. Damn, you missed out. I had 6 tacos. I had 6 tacos, man. Am I Muslim? No, I'm not, man. But salam alaikum, man. Appreciate you dropping in. If you are, salam alaikum, man. Appreciate you dropping in. Yeah. Even in general, depending on most people's languages, salam, just peace too, man. Just peace be with you, man. Especially in times like these. You know, times like these, I'm just trying to keep the energy up, having fun eating tacos. You know, everybody's going through some couple things, you know, good and bad and whatnot. Just be careful out there, bruh. But yeah, Jax, man, don't you want to? That's what I'm saying. Don't you want a Fanta? Walaikum salam. Yeah, I know. It's funny because like, I mean, it's my people that I come from, they're very mixed, but like we do have a bit of it's hard to explain. So like the area where my family's from, they're like mountainous Filipino people, but in that region, you had such a mix of everyone. So we're just like one of the, I don't know how to explain it, dog. Like this probably came from the Spanish side as much as it came from the Arabic side, if that makes sense. But then there's also like a combination of, you have like indigenous mountain people from over there. I don't know how they look. I'm sure some of them had afros because I think my grandpa's wife had curly hair, but I don't know how curly it was. I could be wrong about this, you know, because I've only seen pictures of her, but she passed away before I was born, so I don't really know. But again, like I said, like her skin and her bone structure looked very like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's like we're very just in our area, we're very mixed up. Like if you had met some of my uncles, obviously like a lot of them died, but they were all like 5'9" and up. Like I had some uncles that are like 6 foot tall and shit, but then you know they grow their beards out, and then you would think they were like Arabic people or something. You would think that they were like you know, it was like, it's really interesting. So, but all that's just like so many different roots combined into one person. As time goes on, you know, that should go. And if you met my oldest brother, he had a different dad. You know, he be growing his shit out. He got this full on afro, and he's full Filipino too. You know, but his dad is just like Afro Filipino, as in like not black, but like not like American black, if that makes sense. Um, you get the fuck I'm trying to say. You see what I'm trying to say, bro? Like, so it's just one of them households where we're really mixed up. Also, my mom's adopted, so we don't really know where like she comes from or what she's consist of, which is really interesting. So it's just that specific region where we're at. You'll like when you meet people from that region. Like I used to work with a dude. I actually hate this dude, but it's kind of funny. But he got a full on afro. But then if you look at him, he just looks like a short Asian Samoan dude. You know, because he's like a wide body dude, but he got a straight up afro. You just wouldn't know. So it's just one of them areas where like it's so mixed up. You know, you got places like that in like Cambodia and Thailand, Vietnam too as well. But that's like the mainland, so they're a little more Asian, if that makes sense. But on our side, we're kind of more related to like Indonesians, Malaysians, and shit. And then we actually have like a lot of our African roots probably came by way of Senegal, but then a lot of our cultural roots probably came by way of like East Africa and India. Because like even like bro, my tattoos and shit, it stems from like a Sanskrit, and then a combination of Arabic, the Arabic by way of Alibata. You know, I'm just giving you a lot of information for no reason. I'm sorry, forgive me. I'm over here having a moment. But the Alibata just comes from bits of Arabic, but a lot of that comes from probably the Moors too, because the Moors were just seafaring people. That's a whole other conversation. That's a deeper conversation. But yeah, I get a lot of stuff, man. Like you can imagine when I had long hair, people used to think I was a different type of person. They thought like when I had long hair and I had a shaved face, So like I used to have like really long hair and a shaved face, and because I have straight hair, like my hair up top is way different than my beard. It's just super straight, and it's like shiny. It's like shiny at times, but it's also kind of thin. So then, but I'd walk down the street, shaved face, long hair, and I'd be at the library, and fucking this one kid, this one kid was being tutored by some lady, and then I walked past him, and I'm in a black neighborhood, so I grew up here my whole life, and this black kid, he looks at me, he's like, "Oh my God, it's an Indian," and then I just start laughing, and I go to the bathroom, and as I'm going to the bathroom, I hear the tutor lady go, "Hey, you don't say that. You call them Native American now," and I just thought it was just so funny. Where I was like, "Bro, no matter where I go, no matter what I look like, I've been mistaken for everything." My Mexican homegirls thought I was Puerto Rican when I used to have a bald head and like just a little stash right here, like back in high school, and then my some of my Filipino friends thought I was Cambodian, vice versa. I get everything. It's just hilarious. And I've only had one classmate. She was super white and grew up in the suburbs of Seattle, and she was so white that she thought I was black. And I was like, that's the first time I ever heard that shit. And I was like, bruh, I don't know how white you are, but goddamn, like you must not have been around. Like probably her first time being around black people in general, black and brown people in general in high school. And I was like, yeah, that's crazy. That was crazy. She was just confusing me. Dope how you're so much in touch with your ethnic roots. Have you ever done DNA? So that's the thing about my DNA test. It says 100% um, La Union and Pangasinan. So my mom is actually from Pangasinan and my dad's from La Union. So it perfectly makes sense. But historically, that area has been like very colonized by Spain. But like the original people there, for example, in that region, they refer to themselves as Datus and Rajas. And Rajas come from like Rajas. I don't know if that's Arabic or if it's another language, but Rajas means king, like Raja is king, and then Datu means chief. So Datu, Raja, and then there you had sultans and sultanas. Sultanas are like princesses, and sultans are just basically kings. You know what I mean? So all of those, um, I don't know what the word is. All of those forms of royalty were in the area where I grew up at, and then you had other people that it's majority of Datus. Datus are just chiefs in the area, especially up in the mountains. Because those people in the mountains, they would have I'll just show you on cam. They would have these. Boom. It's a tool as much as it is a weapon, and that would be their thing of choice of like you can build or destroy with it, whatever you got to do. You could build or destroy with it, but that was like their one of their primary everyday tools. So, but they would also use that same axe to behead people. So you had like headhunters and shit. There's a whole mix of just culture in that area, and like that is very I don't know what the word is, like reminiscent or related to what is it, Austronesian kind of lineage, if that makes sense. So everyone from like we have so much in common with like the Samoans and the what the fuck I forget the people in Australia. It's like god damn, I forgot the name of the people. It was like the original people of Australia. I forget their names, but we have so much more in common with them than other people in that area culturally, if that makes sense. Because it's like we're on the topic of Taco Tuesday, so it's like we we naturally eat with our hands. Like when you think about our natural foods from like my area, it's like we naturally eat stuff with our hands, and it's probably served on like a banana leaf as a plate or a coconut leaf as a plate. Something that's kind of sturdy but natural. So you're eating like that, and you're eating as a group, and that's very reminiscent of how Indian people would eat and how East African people would eat. They a lot of their food still stems from hands. That's not to say that we don't use chinadors, cucharas, cuchillo, which is all tools, fork, spoon, and knife. But again, you listen to those words. Those words come from Spanish, as in the Spanish who brought it over. So a lot of the Spanish stuff that was brought over was just words. Actually, a lot of the Spanish words that were brought over were also tools and items, if that makes sense. That's a whole long conversation, man. I could do that shit all day, bro. I could do that shit all day, if that makes sense. But anyway, that all stemmed from the beard conversation. I'm trying to do my best to grow it out more. I had an uncle who grew that shit all the way, like right here. He looked crazy. He looked hella crazy, And he was telling me when he got locked up because he used to be part of the some army. I forget what army he was in, but they shipped him out to like um what's that shit called, bro? Somewhere in the Middle East. They somewhere over there. But they said same thing when he was in the jails. They didn't know what he was. They're like, bro, we don't know what you are. But he would just fight every day in the jail. They had him in prison for a while. He was like a prisoner of war, soldier, whatever. but they weren't sure what he was because he had the beard at the time. I don't know how long it was, but it was long. Chill. I'm skating. Have a good night. All right, Brent. Appreciate you dropping in. Appreciate you dropping in, my guy. Thanks for being here. But yeah, um, that's my thing, man. That's my thing, bro. I'm big on history because growing up, I'll say this too, and I'll say it for everyone else. Growing up, I learned everyone else's history growing up in elementary. Obviously grew up in a black neighborhood, so we were really big on black history and just learning about people from the community as well as just people from the greater community of America in general. So we learned all that shit. We learned USA history, and then we learned Native American history. So we learned a little bit of everything. But then the thing was, I never learned my own in class, and I was like, I guess I never will learn it. But the thing was, because I'm in, because my grandpa and my dad have known so much, I would just listen to them. So I would digest the information and history they gave me, and then I'll do my own little research. You start putting pieces together. You start putting shit together. Like, okay, that makes sense. This makes sense. These two things probably connect. It's just a whole long conversation. So, that's where all that kind of education comes from. And it also helped that I was able to do they call it an expo trip, an exposure trip, where you go to the Philippines. And we went over there to help out people during the times of typhoons and shit. But I didn't get a chance to work with the typhoon areas. Instead, we ended up working with other people from different provinces and shit, different provinces and like the main cities and main neighborhoods or whatever. Like, it's a long story. We had met some dope people, learned some dope shit, some ill shit. Like almost everywhere you go around the world, people are at war with the government, or there's always small groups of people that the government wants to erase, and that's everywhere. So that's why I'm big on understanding my history and speaking on it. And it's like, I'm gonna say it out loud to people as much as I'm gonna document it on YouTube. I'm gonna do a little bit of both. But yeah, man. Let me get the soda. Yeah, know your shit, man. Know yourself. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest lesson. Because the one thing I've noticed is people get real. Some people cave in when they listen to other people tell them about themselves, and you can't let that happen ever. That's some long-winded shit. I appreciate y'all listening. For those hanging out, I appreciate y'all listening and hanging out to that. Where's my guy Jack? Say, is he still hanging out? He was in here for a second. He just hit me with a yo. But yeah. Even with the yo. But yeah, we're getting close on the time here. Let me check some. Checking the notifications. I'm about to down this soda slowly. But yeah, that's why I tell people to, learn your history, your personal history more than anything. But, you'll always run into people that try to tell you about you, and you got to keep them people in check, man. You got to let them people know, like, how the fuck you going to tell me? How you going to tell me? Like, I'm knowing my shit and I lived my experience this whole time. You know? I need to like finish this damn soda so I can just walk home. There's no more green sauce in the system. I'm not warm anymore. You understand? Okay, here we go. We're gonna put on camera. We're gonna be just hella extra tonight. Why not? I don't recommend it, man. Just pinch the sides. You pinch the sides and then you just there, press down with the thumbs, crush it down. Save space and recycle. Recycle, reduce, reuse. That's what they say. It's that simple, man. Recycle, reduce, reuse. Also, if you ever need a weapon, just crush a can. Just crush a can. That should be sharp as hell. I was a little kid. I cut my hand up on a can of soda one time. Good listening experience, You see, still here. Phones in pocket. Oh, my bad. It's good to hear from you, Jackson, man. You get some new shit. I'm about to walk home, though. I'll give it like a few minutes. I'll hang out for a few minutes before I walk home. It's getting colder. I ain't gonna lie, dude. It's not even snowing yet. Shit. Yeah, man. Excuse me. But now I be having my phone in the pocket when I be watching people on Twitch also, so I get it. That's why I appreciate it, man. But you're good. I had to wave the car. Yep. Ooh, chili con queso. Got the fox brush. I think you told me about that last time. How you liking it though? How you like fox brush? I seen one of the shorts you put up. It was Blue Hell's Hammer. I think you had it on Bounce Spike. That's kind of nice, man. Hey, you know it's funny? My friend, I was on the phone with my friend. It's my guy. He does my tattoos and shit. I was talking to bro, and he had said something that kind of like I don't know what the word is. It made sense. It enlightened me a little bit. He was like, low key, man. You know, you invite a lot of people. He said this about me. He said you invite a lot of people because you can literally hold a conversation and talk about a little bit of everything. So when I heard that shit, I was like, the thing is, I'm not the most informed person, but I try to make space for listening to everyone. So that's my thing. What I mean? Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's somebody else. I was like, damn, what are you doing? You don't know why it lags so much? Is that me? Or are you talking about yours? Like your video? Let me know if I'm lagging right now. I'm also moving around. So I'm in a different little spot right here. But anyway, say that to say, like, you know, the whole conversation. First, we was talking on some, damn. First, we was talking on some fuck ice shit. Oh, your video, okay. Yeah, first we were talking about some fuck ice shit. And second, we ate the tacos. And then we talked about some other shit. And then some history, some beard shit. And then Beyblades. That's what we do all day, bro. You got to be informed about your little world. And let people know what you're about, man. Because we're very complex individuals out here. That's why I want more people to record themselves and document themselves. You know, including you, Jax, because we're all very complex people, man. It don't matter what we represent. Everybody's special, man. That shit cliche, that shit corny, but it's true. I'm freezing, dog. Hey, I'm freezing. When I get across the street, I'm about to cut it off. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm cold as hell. I forgot to say my final thank you to the lady at the food truck. You know, because you never be too thankful. That's me. Exercising gratitude every day. But Jax, bro, let me know if you keep on posting. You know, I follow you already, so I'm gonna keep seeing shit. I'm about to put the microphone on my phone in my pocket because I'm freezing right now. I ain't too far from the house, a couple blocks away. I'm gonna get over there, man. You know, oof. But I'll see you on the next one, my guy. All right, oof. Bro, you see me freezing? All right, man. Hey, everybody else, love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace. I'm out.